Welcome back to the Bite series. This is Brews with D Bro. Got Heron Brews here and Brews with JB.
Yep. Here we got some goodies from Monkish. So Belgian Tripel.
Yes.
Brewed with pistachio, vanilla beans, and coffee. Brews with JB. He went to Monkish. He's like, dude, you gotta try this shit. I love coffee. Brewed some espresso today. Brewed some espresso yesterday.
Nice.
And some the day before that as well.
Damn.
So, how about we dive into it?
Yep. Let's dive into it, and then we'll give a little summary about it too. Cheers, boys.
Smells very
Dude.
coffee
On the nose. It's just
crazy, right? The aroma off it.
It's so floral. It's like a very beautiful light roast coffee. Man, I love that.
Oh yeah. It is incredible. Dustin's gonna have mixed feelings about this one for sure. But just to give a background, it's a Belgian Tripel, 9.8% ABV. Really high up there. A lot of people wouldn't realize from just the way it looks, the way it tastes. I would not guess it's 9.8%. They use pistachios in this one, vanilla, and coffee from Portolo Coffee Lab.
That's so good.
Portolo Coffee Lab. That way I say it right. But let's go into it. Heron, I wanted you to try this one because when I had it on top there, they have the regular version. With that one, it's just pistachio and vanilla. So it almost tastes like a pistachio like muffin. I love it. This one, instead of being called Caffe Della Vita, this one's Caffe Della Vita. So I was like, Heron would love this. Should do a bite episode on it because I'd love to talk about it. So here we are. Thoughts?
All right, I'm going to go first.
Oh.
For all my non-coffee drinkers, you will not like this beer. And for me, I'm really sensitive to the taste of coffee. And I don't get any pistachio. I don't get any of the vanilla. All I get is straight espresso coffee taste. And so for me, like my opinion on this one is like for all the non-coffee drinkers out there.
Don't go to it. I mean, that's the tough part because like when you don't like a flavor, right? Which is good to have variety, so that way people that want to learn.
See, but hold on, when it comes down to coffee, if it isn't overpowered by the coffee taste and smell, I tend to be okay with it. But this one is just
it's so in your face. Yeah, so it's hard to separate. So this one, what I love about it is that it's so in your face, but for people that like coffee or drink coffee in a sense, even if it's once in a while, that like those strong flavors, I can still pick up on the vanilla sweetness on the back end, and the nuttiness from the pistachio is kind of coming through in like the middle, but you have to be able to kind of distinguish those layers. It is really tough, and granted, it's like when we were doing the advent calendar, remember I couldn't get that one taste out of my mouth and like I was tasting one thing and I was getting stuck on that. That's kind of what happens with anyone's palate. There's certain things that you can and can't like kind of jive with, and that is kind of happening here. I could totally see where you're coming from on that. So
yeah, I mean,
I definitely get it.
Yeah, so my opinion is off of a non-coffee drinker here.
So we'll have to try the other version and see if Dustin loves that one and can taste those flavors.
Yeah.
So, let's start off with what this base beer is. It's a Belgian Tripel.
Yep.
We remember what a Belgian Tripel tastes like, right? It's kind of funky. It tastes very much like a beer.
Yeah,
it's malty,
like a little bit darker usually. Yeah. Sometimes has a little booziness to it, but usually they're pretty good about hiding it in there.
The hops are toned down, but you can still kind of taste them. So we start off with that, right? And when I taste this beer, it's got sweetness throughout.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of it can taste like malt sweetness, but I think a lot of that sweetness has come from the vanilla.
Yes.
And the pistachio, like you said, is coming around the middle.
Yeah.
Kind of finishes with it. It's very subtle.
Yes,
it's a very subtle pistachio, but the coffee is there throughout. It's the sweetness and the coffee, and it's like the floral of the coffee. It is, a coffee bean is a fruit, right? First and foremost, I know people taste coffee. We burn the crap out of coffee, so it doesn't taste like its beautiful fruitiness anymore.
Yeah.
But when excellent coffee is roasted as light as possible for, I guess, coffee brewing and all that fun stuff, you get a lot of like floral notes.
Yeah, that's what I get to. Like you were talking about the aroma, and like even though that coffee's present, it kind of like transitions to that. It's like a beautiful, nice appreciation of how they make this beer the way it is.
Yeah, it's really good. It almost reminds me of a blonde stout in a way.
Yes. Okay.
Because blonde stouts are always very coffee forward, and yeah, well, I guess like the ones we've had are
the
always
golden stout.
forward.
I think that we had from Mortalis at one time kind of leans in that direction. Yes.
Yeah. They always throw coffee in golden stouts, blonde stouts, whatever you want to call them.
But blonde stouts.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you can have your brunette stouts, your
red stouts, your red stouts,
your black stouts.
I mean, we're gonna do a bite of a brunette beer coming up next, so like that's gonna be cute.
Yep, yeah, keep on the monkish train. But average rating for this one, wanted to note that because it has 1.6 thousand check-ins and it's 4.18, which is still pretty solid for Belgian Tripel. It's rare to see them creep up to that higher mark. So and. You know, nowadays I feel like the monkish effect on beer rating has been toned down a little bit because you still get people that are haters or people that are just fanboys. So you're kind of getting back to that medium rating. And yeah, I love this one. I would rate it. I think I rated it 4.5.
Yeah,
solid. Love it. And I would definitely recommend if you like coffee in the slightest or a huge coffee person, definitely go and try this and get your hands on it if you can. Got it at the Anaheim location.
See, for somebody that's not a big beer, like coffee drinker, and this one's like so up in your face, like you giving it like a 4.45, like kind of for me is like, oh damn, like it's not even like on the same scale for me, and I'd like feel bad.
No, it's not bad because people watching, listening will be able to respect that, right? So when you give your rating, you could be like, it's not for me, but I still like it, right? Like in the terms
I can't even rate this. That's how much of the coffee taste is like overbearing to me on this, and I can't like get past it. So I won't be that guy on tap that just like, oh, this shit's a 0.
Only because I don't like it. Yeah, it's the respectful unrated, but still check it in. You know, you see that every so often. A lot of people do that. But Heron, what's your rating on this?
Very high. It's so unique. I love monkish. That's not like monkish IPAs. Monkish IPAs, I mean, they come out all the time. So I love it when I can get my hands on something that's not an IPA from Monkish because they do them extraordinarily well. I think they started brewing Belgian beer.
Yeah, they used to have like a sign. I think the Greg Visits Breweries was telling me like he was there, one of the OGs that was like no IPAs, or like they were really into like, no, we're not about IPAs. We're about the Belgians, all this other stuff. So
comes full circle. Oh no, no IPAs, no IPAs, like, and then it's just a shit ton of IPAs.
Yeah. But that's why it's always fun to get the specialty stuff that they brew, and I love the variety. So every time I can, I like to try their different stuff and support those styles because we still want them to brew that, and we still want to talk about it, get people onto it. But you said high rating. Is there exact rating or?
I don't know, as high as you can for a beer.
Okay, 5 out of 5. Yeah,
let's go for it. I don't know. It's so good.
Awesome.
So good, like so good.
Like
it's a James scale of
what's the James scale?
Nude beach in Spain.
Yeah. Basically, okay. I mean, if we're gonna like put it into perspective, I could have this beer anytime, not be mad whatsoever. It's not overly sweet. It's not. It barely has any like kind of hop character. So if that's what you're looking for, don't drink this beer. But it's got, I don't know, it's just, everything's so well balanced. I don't think it's going to drop off either. I could probably hold this beer for like, I don't know, 6 months, a year, get wild, forget about it in the fridge, 2 years, and I think it would still taste really good. So, I don't know.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. We're pretty much done. We explained everything, talked about it. We're going to do another bite episode, so make sure to check it out. It should be our third monkish one on the page, so just look for that one. Later, guys.
Later.
Cheers.